time for another review. This is the new Shark FlexBreeze fan, and I have seen this all over social media. I've seen this everywhere, so you know your girl has the reviews for you. I'm gonna open it up, unbox it, test out, review it, and see if it is worth all the hype. One of the things I'm really looking forward to testing out is the misting feature. Not sure how that's gonna work, if it's very easy to set up. I love the fact that it is almost 2 fans in one because it's so portable, can go up and down. But yeah, let's get it out and give it a full test for you. Misting attachment accessory. This I'm going to show you in a minute. Oh no, that's just the attachment. Again, the typical packaging here with no plastic, which is great. A little cover. That's good to see. Actually, it is rain resistant and UV resistant as well, which is really good. Oh, it's really lightweight. I love it. Really good quality packaging, so there's no damage to the unit. Part of the stand. The base. So the base is heavy, but obviously it needs to be so it doesn't blow away if it's windy. So let me get all of this out and set it up. I'll speed it up and then we can check back and see how quick that was to do, if it was easy. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. That's literally it, that was so easy. Okay, so it says to charge before use. I'm gonna charge up and then I'll BRB with testing out the features and showing you what this fan does. Okay, so I've unboxed it. I've been testing it out for you in different scenarios and spoiler alert, I'm really, really impressed. Seriously impressed with this. So what I'm gonna do is run down all of the points that I've kind of learned over the last few hours using this fan. And at the end, as always, I'll be sharing my pros and cons, so keep on watching for that. All of the links are going to be for you in the description bar. Any discounts that I can find for you, make sure you use your cashback. I'll put my cashback referral there too. I think you might get £30 of free cashback when you sign up as well. So definitely use that if you're buying the Shark FlexBreeze. The only other thing I wanted to say to you is I'm actually working with these guys on Instagram. This has nothing to do with this channel. I wasn't asked to do this review, but as a kind of like mini disclosure, that I am working with them, which is why I've got it, because I actually have been wanting this for ages, but they got in touch and I was like, the universe is listening. That's a whole nother thing, but I've been sent it. So basically, all views on here are my own, of course, as always, but it's not a partnership. So let's turn it on. I'm gonna use the remote. This is one of my favorite things. As you can hear, or potentially not hear, it's not making a single sound. It's so quiet. It's brilliant. So I'll do a test for you, a sound test to show you the different levels so you can hear it, and I'll put my mic up close to it as well. But one huge amazing thing about this key pro is that it's so quiet. So you can obviously hear it if it's on the louder levels, but if you're just having it portable while you're at your desk working or something, it's super, super quiet. So that's a really good selling point for me. To make it into the shorter fan, it's really easy. You literally just press this button at the back here. Now the stand itself is heavy, but that's because you don't want it blowing around in the wind if you're outside. You don't want it to be knocked over easily. So the stand is heavy, but when you take it off the stand, it's actually really lightweight. So that's a great selling point as well for me. I love the design of it. I do love Shark products. The fact that it comes into this like portable version like this, really easy to tip up and down. It does say not to oscillate it yourself manually, so there's buttons on here that can do that for you. Really simple design on the top there with just the few buttons. So you've got the buttons here on the top, which make it really easy to use if you don't want to use the remote. You've also got some LED buttons here, so I'll turn it on for you and you can see the lights, the LED lights, sorry, they will come on. and indicate to you which setting it's on. So you've got the 5 different power modes up here, up to mode 5. Again, right next to my mic, pretty quiet. I didn't realize this to begin with. And to read the instructions, it says, press this button here to switch between oscillation angles, so 45 degree, 90 degree, and 180 degree and off. And I didn't realize that you could actually do it more than just one way. So I was really pleased with that because I thought it was only a 45 degree. The handle is a great touch as well. I love that you can just pick it up and take it anywhere that you want to go. Let's talk about battery now. If you're new here, I'm Lara. I've actually been making videos for about 12 years now here on YouTube, but I've just started doing video reviews just because personally, when I want to buy something and it's maybe a bit more expensive, I just want to know everything about the product. I want to know if it's a good purchase. I want to know if it's worth the money, value for money, what's wrong with it, what's good with it. So I thought I'd start making little reviews here and there throughout my channel. It's not going to be always that. So if you're a long time subscriber and you're not interested in that, that's absolutely fine. But if you're new to my channel, I'm Lara. Do subscribe if you like reviews and leave me a comment if you are enjoying the video so I know that you might like to see more reviews from me. All the links are going to be in the description bar for you and any discounts that I can find. And as I said, don't forget to use your cashback. I'll link that as well. So yeah, I really hope you are enjoying the video. So the run time on this, when you have a full charge, is up to 24 hours without any cables. Also, obviously you've got the power cable as well, which is really long, but realistically, you're not going to need the cable anyway because it has the amazing battery on it. There was one thing that I saw during my research which doesn't actually say in the instructions. Not that I'm much of an instructions girly, I know you know that about me by now. But in here it came with this set, which at the time I wasn't sure what it was for. It's come to light, but that is actually for removing this grill so you can get inside of it and actually clean the fan, which is great. Not many fans that I've owned do that either. So that's a great way of maintaining it, keeping it nice and clean. So that is something to know if you were wondering what that is for. It's also rain resistant, which is great because as I was testing it out this morning, of course it started to rain, and it's UV resistant as well. So it's not gonna get damaged if it's out there in the sun. Obviously it's out there to keep you cool in the sun. So it's got that coating on it as well. But I love having this feature where you can just literally turn it into a short fan like this from the base, because you know, sometimes if you are in bed perhaps, or at your desk certainly, you don't want to be, maybe you might not have space to have the big base there, so to have this down is great. Let's just quickly go through the fan speeds with you so you can hear the difference. So I'm going to go quiet and this is going to go up. It's currently on 1, my mic is there so it'll pick up the sound. 2, you'll see my hair blowing more and more as we go up. 3, 4, and 5. That's probably too much for this close, to be fair, but the temperature is cold. It's not like picking up the air in the room and just spitting it out to me as a warm air. It's chilly. This actually works. I think it says up to 20 meters away that you can feel the breeze. So this is a sort of setting that you could probably not need if it was right next to you. You could definitely have it on a 1 or a 2 if it was right next to you, but hopefully that gives you an idea of the sound that comes out of it as well, because especially for bedtime, it's really important. You don't want something super loud. You can see it's still blowing me around. So really, really impressed with it. It's cold. It's really effective, but let me talk to you about something very special that I've not seen other brands do. This is the FlexBreeze Misting Attachment. This actually attaches really, really easily to the unit, and you can then simply, and I mean simply, attach it to your hose pipe. I actually need a new hose pipe, which is why it's spilling out. It doesn't normally do that, that's just my hose pipe error. But it literally attaches, and then you can even just turn the valve on and off. It reduces the temperature by up to 5 degrees cooler just by having that misting attachment. And I find, like when I'm outside, I love the idea of a hot sunny day, and then I sit there for 5 minutes and I'm so hot, I can't even sit there any longer. I have to come back inside. So this is gonna be amazing when the sun does actually stay out for more than 5 minutes. Great for outside if you're running a barbecue or, you know, eating outside or something like that. So on to the pros and cons. Obviously I've shared quite a few pros with you. It's super light, very, very powerful. The battery is amazing. I love that you can make it, it's portable. It doesn't need charging for a day. You could literally take this out to the beach if you so wish. You could take it to another friend's house that doesn't have a fan and it still have charge for when you get home. That's great. I think it's a really nice design. Again, love that you can have it high or low. The mist feature is really good as well. And one thing that I do really love, which I'm finding a lot these days, is that this, you don't need an app to set it up. You don't need any account set up or tools. You just literally plug and play. You saw at the beginning when I unboxed it, it's super simple to put together and there's no setup needed. So that was a big bonus for me. Let's just quickly talk about the cons, because when I first was gonna film this, I like to find the cons in things if there are some, because I want you to have a review that's going to really validate your purchase. So if you're going to make a big commitment, obviously the price is not a cheap fan, but it's a high velocity fan that's, in my opinion, really worth the money. But it's a big investment, right? So I always want these reviews to come and give you the pros and the cons, because it's a big investment if you're going to buy something like this. But truly, I've only found one con, and I actually thought it was going to just be no cons until I realized that this remote, I love it, it's great. I didn't tell you this, it snaps on like this, but one thing I have found about the remote is you do need to be pretty much straight on. So that's fine, but if I do it over here, let's try and turn it off, it's not reacted, it doesn't find the sensor. You almost have to be quite over the top of it. That should work. No, that's not even worked. So for me, it's not a big deal, because to be honest with you, I've got the buttons on the top if I want to turn it off. It's really, you know, if it's going to be at my desk or on the bedside table or at home in the bedroom, I will be directly opposite it. So for me, that's not a big deal, but definitely something to add to the con list, because otherwise there would be no cons. If you've got any other things that you'd like me to review here on this channel, I've been making videos here on YouTube for about 12 years, and I'm just trying something new at the moment. So if you are an old school subscriber, then you may well not want to watch my reviews. That's absolutely fine, but I love watching reviews when I want to buy something, because I just want to know exactly like the ins and outs, the video of it. So I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if you like any other reviews like this, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.